we are live now. What is happening? I didn't have a microphone.
Woo!
What is happening, fishers? Sorry, we were live. I was out in the dome. I know I'm live. But welcome to Monday Night Tackle Tuesday.
But we are live. But yeah, we didn't plan on being live.
Please excuse anything you might have heard off camera.
Yeah. But we are live.
And we are skewed. But
no,
it's fine. Home, just talk to your TV.
Yes. No, I'm gonna make us straight. I'm gonna make us straight because it's freaking me out too. Yeah, it's a bit better now.
Perfect.
Here we go.
It's about 30 seconds. That's good enough.
Okay.
No, it's actually perfect now.
Okay, so now we're straight now as well. We are 100% straight. Johan Schoenfeld saying
How's it, Johan?
a little wave to us. But guys, we are live. We are live. We are live. So, while we are live, there's one thing that I did want to speak about that relates to Bull Moria, which was actually brought to my attention that someone said I should actually mention, which is actually a very fair point because I haven't actually mentioned it in the past. But Bull Moria Fishing Tackle offers Payflex as a payment option. So basically what that means is that you can buy your goods, get them, and then pay them off interest free.
Over 3 months, I think it is.
Yeah, I think it's like 8 weeks, like 6 to 8 weeks, which is good enough, basically 2 months.
Yeah.
You can pay your goods off, and yeah, it allows you to get your goods straight away. So it's a very valid point to note. There are multiple other providers that do a similar sort of service. Pay Just Now, Payflex, but yeah, we make use of Payflex at Bull Moria. So it does mean that you can get your goods pretty much immediately, and you can enjoy fishing without having to worry about paying. So when they say interest-free, yes, it is interest-free.
But there's an initiation fee that obviously where they make it.
We get knocked.
Oh, okay.
Bull Moria gets knocked.
Okay.
Yeah, Bull Moria gets knocked. So it is interest-free, but Bull Moria obviously takes the knock. Yeah, Bull Moria takes the knock of that. Basically, a service charge which comes to us, which is a small percentage of the sale. But at the end of the day, it's a service to the consumer. So yeah, just something to take note that Bull Moria does obviously offer Payflex, and it was brought to my attention by Chad from Fishing for All. Go check out their YouTube channel. I'm just not going to say
Fishing for
beep all. Yeah, so I'm not going to mention their YouTube channel live. Anyway,
there's kids or people that don't like vulgar language.
Yes,
that's vulgar, but it's quite funny.
Yeah. So yeah, fill in the blanks, guys. Fill in the blanks. But anyway, otherwise, I hope everyone is doing really well. I trust that you guys all had a good weekend, and well, welcome to Monday night's live session from Bull Moria Fishing Tackle.
Yeah, if you have any questions, now's the time to ask, and we'll answer them as best we can for you.
Yeah, we can indeed. So I know we're normally going to get asked this question, but what is on for tomorrow's Tackle Tuesday?
Tackle Tuesday. So our fish, all you guys will know them as Assassin and the manufacturers and importers of JDB Braid and a lot of other products out there, decided, not in December, they held some beautiful rods back. So they brought out the Evo 3, the Evo Infinity Taper number 8. They also brought out a rapid spin, quite a beast of a rapid spin, a 2-5-ounce rapid spin, 11 and 12 foot. So we've just given a little brief run through on those rods. And they've also brought on some other offshore rods that we didn't go through for Tackle Tuesday. So check out the brand new rods available from our fish, aka Assassin, tomorrow night.
Turn your microphone on.
The microphone off. Sorry guys, I hope they could hear me through Andy's microphone.
Yeah, because I just got a message here to say Dean is very soft. So now Dean won't be very soft.
We know I'm soft, but now I'll be loud.
Yeah, he's kind of like soft around the edges, but he looks a bit rugged. He needs to come to the barber, aka Andrew. So sorry guys about the sound quality, but it should be a bit better now. So now maybe Dean can repeat what is for Tackle Tuesday.
Okay, so for tomorrow night for Tackle Tuesday, our fish, all of you guys will know them as the manufacturers and developers of Assassin rods, have some beautiful new rods they've just dropped this month. The Evo Infinity Taper in a number 3, 14 foot 6. Even Evo Infinity Taper number 8, a 15 foot, a beast of a rod, guys. And the Rapid Spin, those are the 3 rods we will be running through tomorrow night. But they have brought in a lot of other rods. Check out our fish's Facebook page for more details.
All right, so let's run through some comments while we're here. So Darius Pillay saying, good evening, gents. Luke Blacktail Murray saying, are you sure? Cole van der Merwe saying, how's it, uncles? Ryan Jaycock saying, how's it, guys? Andre Grunewald saying, hello. Jean-Pierre van der Ness saying, how's it, Andrew and Dean? Darius Pillay saying, I recently purchased some terminal tackle on Payflex at Bulmoria.
Fantastic.
Greg Nicholas saying, hello. Luke Murray saying, Dean is very soft, but we have rectified that issue.
Let us know if it's better.
It is better because Luke Murray.
Much better. Well
Luke
done.
Blacktail Murray,
Murray.
the Blacktail Slayer.
Why is the blacktail not in his name there? He should change that.
I actually don't understand why it says Luke Murray 41.
I don't know who that is.
No, neither do I. If it said Luke Blacktail Murray, it might be the same Luke that we know.
Could be. I don't know who this Luke 41 is.
So, interesting story about Luke Blacktail Murray is that when I got an upgrade of my iPhone, for some reason, okay, I gave my old iPhone to Dean because Dean was using an iPhone from Noah's Ark.
Wouldn't even use WhatsApp anymore.
Yeah, one that didn't work very well. So I gave Dean the iPhone, but for some reason, because we share the Untraceable Fishing YouTube accounts, both myself and Dean, obviously, and that shares various information between our phones, obviously not pictures and messages and that sort of jazz besides emails. But for some reason, it does allow name changes. So I went to go and send Luke Murray a message.
And I'd saved it as Luke Blacktail Murray.
Dean had saved it as Luke Blacktail Murray. And I was like, what? Who is this person? So yeah, that is how Luke changed his name. So it's now Luke Blacktail Murray on my phone. And
But listen, guys,
changed.
Luke, he is the blacktail, but he catches a lot of other good fish. I'll just say, in the one night we went out, and we have these nights in front of Glenmuir where the blacktail are wild, where they hit 6-0s, they hit 7-0s. And I remember that night why I changed Luke, he was the king of the blacktail that night. I think we were doing a shad fishing session, and he was catching those 30 to 40 centimeter knockers cast for cast. So that's why I changed his name, because he was the blacktail king for that night. And he probably still is the blacktail king.
Yeah, he's on a bit of a dry spell. We were actually chatting about it earlier.
No, it'll come right.
Saying both of us are actually on a bit of a dry spell at the moment. But yeah, we'll definitely be out fishing this week, guys. I keep saying, yeah, we haven't put out a video in a long time. We are very well aware of that. But we have to get out this week.
At least we got about 10 seconds from Saturday night.
Well, it was close. No, it wasn't even close. No, it wasn't even close. Guys, honestly, I was basically almost spooled at Kafani.
I got a cob about this big.
Yeah, Dean got a baby cob.
The other one fell off as I was telling everyone to loosen their drag, because the cob fell off at that particular time. The cob fell off.
But eventually, so every time I'd put pressure on the fish would run out some more. And then I'd put more pressure and the fish would run out some more. And then it would stop. And then I'd put more pressure and it would run out some more. Until about 600 meters out, I got snapped up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that
You got reefed.
I got reefed, guys. I'm still feeling the pain. And I've heard that the pain is actually similar to childbirth.
100%. It's going to last a while.
I've heard that that's what the pain of losing a good fish is.
With no joy, though, because at least when you have childbirth, you get the joy of having a child.
Yeah, so I'm sure you guys can feel my pain today. I'm very depressed. Thank goodness I'm on lots of tablets.
But it does last quite long. Until you, still to this day, at the age of 16, I hooked the biggest edible fish of my life. Still to this day in Hamburg River, and I lost it about 3 meters away from the boat. And I still feel that pain today, 20-something years later. So good luck.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, that is definitely the biggest non-ed of my life.
Yeah, no, that was proper fish.
Yeah, the proper fish. So anyway, that's the story of the weekend, guys. Nursan Kistan, how's it? Can you tell us about the Assassin Edge Surf Pro rods? I'm interested in the 13-foot. Can I slide live bait on that size?
On a 13-foot, listen, guys, to slide on a rod, you need a 6 or 7 ounce sinker minimum, really, to slide, unless you're sliding live baits this big. Otherwise, during the sliding process, you're gonna rip your sink out to sand. So I don't think it's predominantly a good sliding rod. That's my honest opinion. I'm not saying you can't slide with it, but I'd get sliding to me, you want to put a 7 ounce sinker minimum on there to slide a decent sized live bait. Otherwise, your sinkers are just going to pull, and you're going to wrap up and have to start the whole process all over again.
Yeah, but getting back to the Surf Pro rods, look, it's not a bad rod.
Yeah, it's a good rod.
Not at all. It's a decent rod for the price. So yeah, any Assassin product, you can be rest assured that you're paying for what you get for. The same as Sean from iFish explained in some of our videos, some of our previous videos that we have done with them, is that essentially as you go up in their ranks, so you justify the price. So yes, there's a comprehensive range of bluefish rods. So now it's the core, the XT, the Razor.
Yeah.
You know, each time you go up a tier, you are paying premium price, but you are getting better quality guides, better quality winches, better quality blanks, upgraded blanks, you know.
There is a reason you're paying more.
Exactly. So there's always a reason. Okay, so that just puts your mind at ease, I hope. Greg Nicholas, can you recommend a shark rod? I've been considering getting into the sport. Well, Greg, tell us your budget, because that is the first question I have to ask as a salesperson is what sort of budget are you in? Because look, shark fishing, whole new ball game, but for me a rod is very important when it comes to
unfortunately
shark fishing.
going to be one of the most expensive, most pricey facets of fishing, guys. They can't really take too many shortcuts.
Yeah, I have to agree there. You know, especially when you're hooking into your bigger non-eds.
Yeah.
Like you have to have confidence in the gear that you're fishing with. You know, like myself and Dean, we fish with the Horizons. Dean's got the 7, I've got the 8. I have full confidence that when I put pressure on a fish, like the rod's gonna hold. Like yes, it's gonna go into its backbone sometimes, but you know that you can pull.
Yeah. You're not going to about it, your rod failing you or the braid failing you, your reel failing you. Yes, you don't have to have an Horizon to catch sharks. Don't get us wrong. There are a lot of other more affordable rods out there. So let us know your budget and we can try to put you onto the best value for money there.
All right, let's go. Manus Roo, hey guys, what do you think about the Boss Slick Perma Black and 30 pound, mainly for cob in the surf? Should I just go for the pricier JDB DNA? Put your 2 cents in, I'll put my 2 cents
Listen, JDB, fantastic braid is what I fish with. Pretty much only what I fish with. But saying that, the Boss Perma Slick braid, I think a fantastic braid for fishing with the surf. Nice diameter. We actually spooled the reel up earlier for beep, fishing.
Fishing for beep ball.
Fishing for beep ball. You can fill in the blanks where the beep comes in there, guys. I think it is a fantastic braid. For daytime, the black does show up quite nicely. And I honestly think you need nothing more than that for fishing in the surf. If you have got the money for DNA, go for it. It's never let me down. But Boss Perma Slick braid, fantastic.
Yeah, I have to agree with Dean there, guys. There's absolutely nothing wrong with Boss Slick braid.
Fantastic.
You know, at the end of the day, I think I was having this conversation with Dave earlier, is that if a customer asked me my recommendations, there's tons of other braids of the market to choose from. You could choose from Boss to, you could go Whisper, you could go Monster, you could go Owner.
Yeah.
You know, there's more expensive braids than DNA. There's also cheaper braids than DNA. But because I fish with DNA, if a customer is going to ask me, what braid should I buy?
DNA.
I'm going to say DNA.
Got confidence
because, you know, we fished with it for such a long time that, yes, I have such good confidence in the DNA brand itself. Be it anything from 20 pound, which our twin powers are spooled with, right up to, you know, 80 pound, you know. So, yeah, I have full confidence in JDB DNA. But again, we have fished with Boss Slick braid.
Yes.
And Boss Slick braid is also great.
It's performed.
So if it's in your budget, for me, JDB DNA. If it's not in your budget, Boss Perma Black is absolutely fantastic. Okay. Luke Blacktail Murray is just laughing at us, but he needs to change his name first.
He said he's going to.
Conrad Swart, hello Fisher, is just opening my second new rod from you guys, the Assassin Rapid Spin 0.3 ounce. So now my next order on the way for 6,000 Azores and braid. Well, that sounds good.
Fantastic.
So you'll be hearing from me. Simon John Morris, good evening from Queenstown
Simon,
and
you've been
Seaville.
quiet.
Simon has been quiet. It's actually very nice to see Simon in the chats. We haven't heard from Simon in a while, so I hope you are keeping well, sir. I hope you have a fantastic 2026 and that everything goes your way. Darius Pillay, Anand Mudli saying, good evening, gents. Darius Pillay, hi guys, I recently purchased the JDB Ultratech, and I was wondering where that braid falls in you guys' ranking of braid. I fish Ultratech.
Yeah, I fish
okay. So when it comes to my very big shark setups, I fish 100 pound Ultratech. It's a PE8.
Yes,
so
it's a bit thinner, yeah.
Thin diameter. For the surf, for the rocks, on my edible stuff, I fish DNA.
Yeah.
But because of that 100 pounds and the PE8s, Ultratech's my go-to.
You're getting a bit more line capacity on the reel.
Correct.
Yeah. So Ultratech, I fish Ultratech. My 30 pound, my surf for cob and things like that, I prefer Ultratech over DNA. It's a softer braid. It casts a lot better than that. But as soon as I go or for lure casting, all these Ultratech, if I'm going onto the bricks, it's DNAs. But Ultratech does have its place in my setup.
But look, guys, at the moment, there's so many braids in the markets, especially under the JDB brand.
I can't keep up.
The razor, I actually had a look at the diameter on the razor.
Extremely thin.
It's like ridiculous. I think
lure casting braid of death or jigging braid
I think
of death.
like 22 pound is like 0.17 or something stupid. Like it's just ridiculously thin. Then you got the long distance specialist. You've got the Ultratech, Ultra Tough.
Yeah.
And they're fading out to Ultra Tough.
Ultratech's also been replaced by the LDS.
LDS, yeah. So look, but you know what, guys? JDB, a name that you can trust.
I think any of their braids, they're decent. They all have different uses. Pair the right braid to the right application, and you're not going to go wrong.
All right, Sheikh Mustafa, how's it, fishers? How are you guys keeping? We are keeping well. Quick question, would the Penn Battle DX 8000 be a good reel to target big edibles such as cob and garrick?
There's more than enough reel there.
Yeah, it's a decent size reel. It's quite a big reel, actually. So yes, you can, but it all depends on what rod you're fishing with. Like, for me, the 8000 is actually a little bit overkill. I don't know about you, but 8000 is quite a big reel.
Penn Battle 6000 is almost the same size as like a 10,000 Shimano size. It's probably a little bit smaller. Penn the spools are a bit not as high, shallower, like in depth that way. So it's probably between 8 and 10,000 for cob fishing and garrick fishing. I think you're going to get more than enough on a 6,000, unless you're fishing with a 6 to 8 ounce rod or something like that. Then go for the 8,000.
All right, so 2505 Liam saying, gentlemen, Sheridan and Lawrence, what's up, fishers? Just but I haven't seen you in a long time. Hope you're keeping well. Susan Snyders, good day, gentlemen. When will? I don't know. Competition starts around J-Bay where Gerald competes. Gerald.
Yeah.
When are you going to J-Bay?
When's Nationals?
I leave on the 7th of Feb. We'll start on we leave on the Saturday. We start on the Monday. So call it about the 9th.
9th of February.
9th of February.
Then we come back, I think, on like the 14th.
Okay.
That's from Susan Snyders, and she called you Gerald.
That's fine.
Okay, Gerald says it's fine. Greg Nicholas says around 4,000 Rand budget. That is for the Shark rod. So for me, in that price point, I would start looking into your Euphorias.
Euphoria's the Nomad. I think it makes it that new Nomad, 6 to 8 ounce Nomad.
Yeah,
not the Nomad, not
the Nemesis.
The Nemesis, sorry guys, the Nemesis. My apologies.
Nemesis will also fall there. Yeah, definitely the Nemesis is a good contender. I want to say Bluefish, but I don't want to say Bluefish. I think like
more for the lighter end stuff. I think.
Yeah.
Listen, I know it's sounding weird, but if you could really dig deep and find another 1,000 Rand somewhere, then you can look at a Kaisuta. I know if you can't, then those other options you mentioned will probably be the best.
Yeah, I have to agree with Dean there. Like an extra 1,000 Rand, and the Kaisuta will be such a good option.
Then you're really looking at a good rod.
All right.
Payflex.
Yeah, Payflex. Went fishing yesterday, but the surf was strong. 8 ounce and big mackerel bait got washed around like nothing.
Then you're wasting your time.
Albert Basson, hi Dean and Andrew. Last weekend I blanked in the league comp in Zululand, but one of my friends caught a crocodile of about 35 centimeters here in St. Lucia.
That can't be fun.
No.
This is only 35 centimeters, not one of those 3-meter jobbies that swim around there.
Exactly. Luke says, this is Luke N, not Luke Blacktail. Just wondering, when fishing for cob with slinkies, have you guys also had shad bite your lure in half multiple times?
Plenty times. We can go through a packet of lures in 6 casts.
All right. Dylan Lutchman. I use a Bimini twist on 40-pound and 50-pound braid. Means you don't need a braid leader, just 1.2 meter mono leader. Saves money on braid, and you can pretty much any kind. Which braid is the best? Sorry, I don't know.
Lost you there for
a second. I use a Bimini twist on a 40-pound and 50-pound braid. It means you don't need a braided leader, just 1.2 mil mono leader.
Yeah. Saves
money on braid, and you can pretty much any kind. Oh, winch braid is the best.
Okay. Winch braid is a very good braid. A lot of guys do use it.
Sorry,
some fantastic catches on it.
I must learn how to read properly. Winch braid, winch braid, decent. Obviously, Bill Moria isn't a stockist of it. There are multiple other braids to choose from, but a lot of the guys that fish with winch braid absolutely love it. Chad Brandt says, is Gerald still on site? Yes, Gerald is still on site. Gerald,
Yeah.
Chad says, how's it?
Okay, how's it?
Dylan Lashman, we've gone through that one. Conrad Swart, is Boss Whisper braid good for edibles from the bricks and surf? Yes,
Whisper
but
more.
a bit more casting braid for me.
More casting braid off the surf. Personally, I wouldn't fish Whisper off heavy bricks for maybe for cob and stuff like that, not for muscle cracker and stuff like that. It is more of a softer casting braid. I'd keep it for my lure fishing and then predominantly just off the surf.
Kyle Kirkhoff saying, how's it, boys? Kieran Moodley saying, how's it, guys? How are you doing? I am well. I think Dean is well too. Are you well?
I'm 100% well.
Manus Roo, can you guys explain what you would use the different casting net sizes for? Dean, you are the expert at that.
Okay, so casting net, listen, sizes, if you're throwing in between, you're going to be predominantly throwing in 3 different places. Either going to be throwing in the surf zone, in the bricks, or in the river. If you are throwing in the rocks, I'd say get a smaller cast net, 4 foot, 5 foot. You need to be a lot more accurate in the rocks. If you start throwing over rocks, you start busting up nets really, really quickly. Surf zone, if you are going to be doing big wades in the surf, keep it to like a 5 foot or a 6 foot. When you start throwing 7 or 8 foot nets in the surf, it becomes really tiring. You've got to keep that net above your head the whole time. It becomes difficult to throw. So I'd say a 5 to 6 foot if you are fishing off the surf and things like that. If you are throwing in the river, especially off a boat, you can start throwing you can start throwing your 7, 8 foot, 9 foot nets. You're going to cover a big area, but you need that height standing on the boat above the water. But I think for everyday use, a 6 foot net is if you just want one net, get yourself a 6 foot net. You can get away with most applications. I hope that answers your question.
Okay, Dylan Lachman, go for cheaper braid and heavier gauge. Remember, eyes of a rod and line roller are the #1 enemy of fraying your braid besides the rock and sand.
That is quite correct.
Kieran Moodley, I'm going to catch that spotted eagle ray again and get first prize. I will try. Listen, if that spotted eagle ray came in on our last competition, right? Because he sent the photos through to you last week, correct? So obviously we had the best bycatch.
Yeah.
You know, that would have absolutely
you would have
dominated.
if you would have won as the best bycatch, 100%.
Because
it is my favorite fish in the whole world, so I would have definitely been.
Yeah, look, that is one of the most beautiful.
That's my dream fish to catch.
That a spotted eagle ray, guys. If you don't know it, Google it. It's one of the prettiest rays out there. One of the prettiest fish in the ocean, in my opinion. Yeah. So yeah, if you guys don't know spotted eagle ray, Google it quickly and then come back and tell us what you think, because I think it's beautiful. Give Dean a sip of your Coke, brew, unless it's all yours. No, it all belongs to me. This whole thing belongs to me, actually.
It's yours.
Yeah.
There's no sugar and I don't like it.
No, it's not. It's my one. It's yeah.
Nice try.
It's not. Well, it is actually. You know the place that you go and dig for gold. You know what that is called? This is also that.
Same as that game you play with that ends in craft.
Yes, same as that, yeah. Okay, Tony Kruger saying, how's it, guys? Ty Jesse Naidu, how's it, guys? When are you guys coming to fish the Oshaka Basin? So, there is a plan in place. I don't know if Dean knows about this, but there is a sort of a plan in place. So, obviously, we have our upcoming Transkei trip with the usual gang in June. That is obviously on the cards still, guys. So a yearly trip with Maxine, Anesh, Neil, Bryson.
Beautiful destination for this year set up.
Yeah, we got an awesome destination set up for this year, guys. So
we're not going to give it away just yet.
Yeah, we'll keep it a secret for now. But yeah, usual trip. Last year we did Mazeppa Bay. This year is a brand new destination. But I am wanting to follow the sardine run. I know it's not going to be 100% possible for Dean, obviously with him and his work schedule, but I can pretty much work on the fly and work from wherever I am. So I am thinking of following the sardine run this year. Myself and Anton.
Yeah.
And
followed up through the Transkei into southern KZN.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like what we're thinking of doing. Is kind of just like following that sardine run. I think it'll be interesting to look. It might take a couple of weeks. You know, of like travel and different destinations.
So you can probably start mid-Transkei because you don't really see them that before that. 3 weeks at the most. Okay, once they're in Natal, they're there for a month, almost a month.
No, well, you obviously get to Natal and you get to experience the sardine run and those nets coming in
and things like that.
Correct. So yeah, you definitely be in KZN for a while. So yeah, that is sort of a plan. So yeah, hopefully I can do it this year.
You can pull that 11 foot out of yours and actually use it for a change.
What's that?
Spin it for the game fish.
Oh, yes. Yeah, guys, look, I love that affinity, but I think I've used it like once or twice.
I don't think you've used it, but anyway.
No, I have used it. No, remember I caught shad on it.
Oh, you did, yes. Shad
Yeah.
season's coming, chaps.
Shad season's coming.
Yes, I'm excited.
Yes. Okay. Anyway, let's carry on here. Marnus Rue, do you use a bite trace for duckbill, and what size hook and bait? I don't use a bite trace for duckbills.
Listen, a lot of guys do fish a bite trace for duckbill. It's not because of the duckbill, it's because of the other things that are going to pick you up most of the time. They don't mind a bit of wire. Listen, the guys that do target duckbills, anything from a 7.0 up to, you could even fish up to a 10.0, but I think an 8 or 9.0 is perfect for them, as long as you're using a good quality hook and it's nice and strong. 0.8, 0.9 mono, more than sufficient. They do have a bit of rough mouth, but if the circle hook's doing what it's doing, you're not in that, not in the clamp zone down there, unless you gut hook the thing. But a lot of the guys, they do fish bite trace because the chances of a bronzy picking you up, or a small grey picking you up, or something else picking you up is there.
Yeah, 100%. Look, I mean, for me, 8.0 hook, 0.9 mono.
Yeah.
I don't think you can go wrong there.
Yeah.
Like Dean said, decent circle.
Yeah. So we another times we have picked them up or been snapped up by them. We're not actually even targeting them too much. It's bycatch.
Yeah, there was talking about fish that got away. Do you remember that this is when I still used to fish 11-foot rods only, and standing, nothing happening, fishing for silvers, and
got smoked.
Next thing, and my drag was tight.
Yeah, you got picked up.
Like I obviously didn't set my drag after the cast. I didn't set my drag, and my rod just went screaming off, like peeling line. And then it was probably Dean didn't even have enough time to run back and get the camera, because at that point we were still using
10 seconds of
iPhone and
gimbal.
And Dean ran back to go get it, like literally 10-15 seconds of a run, and then in the bricks and snapped off. So,
but then you got that one nice one on the left hand side there.
What, the silver?
No, the duckbill.
The duckbill. Yeah, we got a nice one at Rock 86.
And you had one snap. You remember that time we had that one? We think it's a duckbill. Also hit that right and then turned back and hit left. You still thought it was going right and it was going left already. Yeah. Super fast Formula 1 creatures, those.
Yeah, guys, they're absolutely fantastic creatures to catch. They are so powerful. MM Genetics saying a fishing video is way overdue, guys. Get it done. But I know. Like I said to Dean in the beginning of this video, we are going out this week.
Yeah, we tried Saturday night. Unfortunately, there's just not enough things to put a video together. You guys don't want to see a cob this big being caught and one falling off a hook. So yeah, and we got some footage of Andrew, but we want to land fish, guys. We don't want to send failed fishing videos. So bear with us. There will be one coming soon.
Yeah, and then what bait for duckbill before I get back to Kieran's one, yeah?
Okay, guys, well, duckbill loves the Oki leg.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Fresh catfish leg, fresh catfish bait. I think that is the number one legal bait out there.
All right. Darius Pillay, I recently purchased a Shimano Stratic SWA to pair with an Akuma Nemesis. What differences are there between the Stratic SWA and a Gosa? That's obviously the previous generation Stratic, the 14,000 that would have been on special.
I think the drag stack, the SWA it's got a single drag stack, where the Gosa's got a double drag stack. The previous SWA is also not as well sealed as the Gosa, if I can remember correctly. I'm trying to think of the other, what else there was. Pretty much not too much else than that, but I think it was to do with the sealing and the drag. I think that was the main components there, if I can remember correctly.
Okay, Kieran Woodley said I used a 5.0 for both spotted eagle rays. First was with octopus leg, and the second with sardine belly and 2 fillets either side.
Yeah, listen, a 5.0 is a strong hook. As long as you're fishing a good brand of hook, you can smash anything on a good 5.0.
Yeah, guys, look, I mean, we've seen some fantastic catches on 2.0 hooks. I've seen crackers over 20 kilos being caught on a 2.0. As long as you're using a good quality hook, and also the hook placement
makes a big difference.
Makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
I mean, if you've got, a cracker, if that hook just
between its molars, it's gone.
It's gone. Yeah. Your hook is crushed.
If you hook it nicely in the lip or just behind the jaw, you're fine. You're fine all the way.
You're absolutely 100%. There's nothing that's going to happen. So, yeah, you know what, guys? There's a lot of skill in fishing, but there's also a lot of luck.
Yeah.
You know, like that cracker that was 20, I think it was like 23 kilo cracker on a 2-0 hook.
Yeah.
Like if that hook was just wrong, and that's a big fish, guys.
Yeah.
That is a strong, powerful fish on a 2-0 hook. Fishing structure, no doubt, because
when it's your day, guys.
Like that fish was meant to be.
You hook that 20 times, you'll land that. If you're lucky to land that fish once out of 20 times, 19 other times you would have got the better view. But the stars align some days, and we get blessed with a beautiful fish like that.
That's exactly it. Yeah. So like there is skill, luck. You know, it's the same as like what people say with golf. What is that saying? The more I practice, the luckier I get.
Yes, exactly that. But also like to put into context, if you know you're fishing with a 2 or 5-0, you're not going to be fishing a 5-0 for eagle rays with 80-pound braid. You probably, I don't know, you might get me wrong, it's probably a 30 or 40-pound braid on there. So you're not putting 80 pounds of pressure onto that little hook.
Yeah.
Which probably handle anyway. So you are duck balls, eagle rays, and other guys fish a bit lighter. They just fish 600 meters of line, so they've got more than enough line. They're fishing with the surf. So everything in context, as long as your tackle's balanced, you're not going to have problems with hook failures.
Exactly. MM Genetics, I think he wants to tell us a joke. Why are fish so smart?
Please answer. I want to know this answer. Let us know.
I think it's something to do with them swimming in schools.
Yeah, because they swim in schools.
I think it's something to do with that. Am I wrong? Am I right? Kieran Woodley, can never plan where you hook that fish. Lots have to depend on luck.
Yeah.
MM Genetics, because they live in schools.
Yes,
you see how clever I am.
Yeah, he's clever.
Hey, guys, I am super clever. Anyway, guys, I think that is going to be a wrap for us after the last few questions.
I'm just going to jump in there quickly. While you guys, sorry, I was going to mention this here quickly, guys. So it is the Ladies Nationals coming up from the 8th to the 13th of February in Struisbaai. So the Border Ladies team have a fantastic raffle going. 100 Rand per ticket. All the details are available on my personal Facebook page, Dean Els, or check out Untraceable Fishing's Facebook page. 100 Rand per ticket. You can win a weekend away at Mazeppa Bay. The accommodation holds 12 people. Andrew and I did spend a week there last year. Check out that video as well at Owen Richter's place in Mazeppa Bay. So 100 Rand a ticket. They're just looking for some sponsorship to help them get to nationals. So if anyone is interested, check out the link on my personal or Untraceable's Facebook page and help these ladies along the way.
All right. So, guys, I'm going to wrap up now. Last few things, guys. Last few things, and then we really need to wrap up for tonight. So let's try not get more questions rolling in. Bradley Bartlett saying Bluefish XT or Bluefish 2 XT versus the Bluefish Razor edition. There is a video. We've done the Razor video, correct? Yeah. So if you go check out the video on the Razor, you will see it, and there's also the one on the Bluefish 2 XT. The Razor is essentially a slimmer blank, a completely redesigned blank, much slimmer, much lighter. You're paying for what you get. Like we said earlier with iFish products or Assassin products, you're paying for what you get. So as you step up in the price point with them, you justify the price with the quality of the blank, the quality of the carbon, the quality of the eyes, the quality of the winch. So for me, Bluefish Razor is the winner all day long. Something that I definitely take. Darius Pillay sending us drum roll. I think that is for the school. Anyway, Frank Van Nickert, how's it fish shows? Did you say Yellowtail came out in Ganubi this weekend? Yes, we did.
Yeah, the angler was in the shop an hour and a half ago. Well done to him. Phenomenal catch.
That's it. And then the last one, guys, before we wrap up for the night, Lyric Jason. Evening, guys, non-edible bait for the daytime.
Non-edible baits. Listen, live bait's always going to be key, guys.
Good larvae. If you can get a larvae.
Good larvae is never going to fail you. I can promise you that. But daytime, nighttime, it makes no difference. Daytime, if the water's clean, something with a bit of flash on it. If you can get some yellowtail, keep the skin on the outside. Daytime, the water's clean. Let the sun do the work for you. Put a bit of flesh. Just anything with lots of flavor, guys. So daytime, put a larvae out.
I have to agree with Dean there, guys. Anyway, guys, as always, it's been a pleasure to spend our Monday nights with you. Thank you all for tuning in, guys. Thank you all for supporting the channel. We promise to get a fishing video out soon, guys. And from myself, Andrew, and Dean.
And Gerald.
And Gerald at Bullmore Fishing. Guys, please start calling him Gerald more when you come into the store. Or when you phone, when you phone the store, ask for Gerald.
Please.
Please, just help us out here. Anyway, guys, we'll see you all next week. Cheers.